Alright, I am here with my 1982 or 83-ish Yamaha Porta-Sound keyboard. Bought it at Goodwill for $9.99 a while ago. It was probably like 3 weeks ago now, but I haven't done a video in a long time. Partially because I haven't had the chance to. So I think that a sick day is a pretty good time since I'm homebound. So, yeah, went on the inside of it. It's not the famous Yamaha YM3812. It's a different Yamaha chip, and all the chips were manufactured kind of late-ish, July, September, 1982, which leads me to believe that this keyboard is from about 1982, 83-ish. Maybe it was Christmas of 82. I don't know. Just a guess. So we're going to go through a lot of the features, try out the keyboard, do a little bit of playing, short little demonstration just for fun. Here's our master volume. We're missing some of these things. Master volume, which controls the rhythm and the keyboard. Then we have this volume, which controls the rhythm volumes, and you can have separate rhythm and normal volume. Auto bass chord, which we'll get back to that, and variations. Tempo, pretty simple, just one slider switch with no little clicks, unlike this one. This one doesn't have any clicks either. Rhythm, we'll get back to that along with this. This starts up the rhythm. And then orchestra, in sustain levels, you have off, which is like this. And you have 1, and you have 2. Then you have programmed music, which is just like the bass song thing, and it must have some kind of RAM. Yeah. Must have some kind of RAM chip on the inside. We do have headphone output, and we have a auxiliary output on this, so you can record with it. So I guess it's not totally a kid's keyboard. So as you can see here, it says auto bass chord, which this up here says auto bass chord, so we'll turn that on. This is what it sounds like without it. You have basically just the bass section of the orchestra, and this is what it's like with it. And it goes up to this. Kind of reminds me of a 16-bit game console or computer. The music. So we'll turn that off. Alright, now let's get into this rhythm thing and variation and tempo. So it's on bossa nova right now. You have swing, slow rock, pops, like you're referring to someone's dad. 16-beat, disco, bossa nova, march, and waltz. So we'll just put it back to bossa nova. And you hit start. And then you can only really use the variation if you have auto bass chord on, so we'll turn that on. Basically one of those things. And then it turns off if you turn that off. Now you have two variations. I'll let you guys listen to a loop through of variation 1. This is variation 2. Go through all of them. Okay, now you can put it on synchro start, so it'll start flashing like that, and then the music will start as soon as you hit the bass chord thing. So so let's go through some of the different instruments. So, oh yeah, and then I'll demonstrate this. So yeah, that turns that down while that's up. Alright, so let's start with organ. I noticed that all 80s Yamaha keyboards, let's see if the camera's still on. Okay, good. All 80s Yamaha keyboards always cancel out at organ. I mean, cancel out as in like the organ is the first one. So basic organ. Let's turn the volume up. Piccolo, which can also be doubled as flute, I'm assuming. Trumpet. I'm gonna do that for every one of them. Violin, which is what I had been using. Violin kind of reminds me of the wow effect on a Gibson G101 organ, strangely. Now this kind of reminds me of a like a electronic keyboard from the 70s, and I mean like a Fender Rhodes keyboard or Rhodes keyboard. Harpsichord, which actually sounds the best, like it actually resembles a harpsichord the best out of all of them, except for organ. Guitar, which sounds a lot like piano for some reason. And they're a little bit different, but not much. Alright, so let's do a little bit of playing. I've never gone to piano lessons. I've never really played a piano other than this one, and then the one in Sunday Night Live, which you guys can't watch anymore because it apparently has copyrighted content. So, let's go to there. Yeah, so a little bit of playing, I guess. I'll do more, don't worry. Do disco. I'll challenge myself with that, try to come up with something off the top of my head. Let's put it in C. There we go, there's a beat going. Just do that over and over again. Oh, that's different. Whatever. Did I mention I'm suck at piano? 3 voices with the bass thing. Typically it's about 4. I wasn't even hitting it that hard, and it's like... Just using the standard speaker. Yeah. That reminds me. See, 1, 2 voices, 3 voices, 4 voices, about 5 voices sometimes. I'd call that just 4 voices though. 4 all-time voices, I guess you could call it. I'll do it with this and it's easier. This one you can cover like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 voices with organ, well, piccolo. 5, 6, 7 voices with piccolo, trumpet. 5, 6, 7 with trumpet, violin. 5, 6, 7, piano. Oh, you can't. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can cover like 9 with that. Yeah, you can cover 9 with that. Harpsichord, we already tried that. I can cover like 9 with that, but why can't I cover 5 when I do? Looks like I can cover it. I just can't have the auto bass chord on. Okay. 8 minutes left on the camera. Okay. Guitar. Cover 9 with that. So, pretty good keyboard. It's my only keyboard right now. The Sunday Night Live Casio had a catastrophic failure. within the chips, something I can't fix. Those are like microchips. All this thing uses the big, like, chunky, few millimeter prong thing sticking down on it. You know what I'm talking about. Chips from the 80s. Computer chips from the 80s. It's a pretty good keyboard. I like it a lot. It's good. I like using it. Keys are a little small. Sometimes you'll see me do this. Let me do that or that. That's probably just because the Casio had like normal size keys. This one has a little bit smaller keys, so I'll get used to it. I kind of have to. But yeah, I give it a thumbs up. They're pretty cheap keyboards. They don't cost a lot in the stores. And like thrift stores are probably on eBay. I haven't looked on eBay at all, but I mean, this is $10, but the ones on eBay are probably gonna be like $40. Probably not. Probably only like 20. But if you're looking for a cheap keyboard that will get you by a few years, that sounds good for its early 80s-ness, I would definitely recommend one of these. This is nice. I like it. Alright, video